Yeah, we got here last night and we said that we'll come back today and film because there's like a very nice kind of vibe. Because yeah, all the kids were kind of out playing and everyone was walking around. There's a very big like community around here. But now I think all the children are at school and the adults are probably out working or something. So there's like no one here. But last night it was completely different. What's some wildlife? Lad, if that makes me jump, I'll joof and I'll drop my GoPro in the water. Exactly like that. Basically no electric, no air conditioning. The showers basically don't work. But yeah, definitely worth like spending a few days here just because of how remote it is and how like beautiful the scenery is. It's completely surrounded by tropical forests and jungle. It really is truly remote. Alright, well I did just climb to the top of the tree to harvest some coconuts. You wake up in the morning and you are directly on the beach. But now we're waiting for our next van driver to pick us up from this junction and take us to our hotel. I really hope he comes. We're a little bit screwed if he doesn't come. Yeah, our beach resort is so remote. Like I said, the closest village is an hour away by van, and it doesn't even have electric most of the time.
Hello, what's your name?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Tom. This is Luke.
Hello. Bye-bye.
Hello. Oh, oh jeez, this big boy. Loud. Hello.
Very paranoid about the strength.
Falling again. Very paranoid about falling through these cracks. We came here last night and there was a very different vibe. Hello.
Hello.
Some very nice views. Yeah, we come here last night and there were some very different vibes. Like everybody was out, the children were all playing.
Dito pa lang kami.
Kala ko magpunta na kayo doon.
We have a bus waiting at our hotel to take us to El Nido. The guy said to turn up at 6, just turn up an hour early, and he just phoned us saying it's there. So now there's a bus full of people waiting outside our hotel for us.
We hope.
Yeah, we hope. It was like a good 10-minute walk away.
Well,
So
we
we
can
ju-
see if they leave now.
Yeah.
We can't get past
So we
us.
jogged a bit, but they're an hour early, so now it's down to us to run. Whew. A nice run before a 6-hour drive north to El Nido. Hello friend. Hello. We are in the middle of nowhere. We've been dropped off by our van driver. And now getting attacked by like a million mosquitoes. But now we're waiting for our next van driver to pick us up from this junction and take us to our hotel. I really hope he comes. We're a little bit screwed if he doesn't come.
That is a hammock. All of us can sleep.
Yeah, at least one of us will be comfortable tonight if he doesn't turn up. Yeah, Luke can be the dog. As long as this dog is friendly. Hey dog. Oh, doesn't look too friendly. Keep away from him. Now we just have the mosquitoes to contend with. Hello everyone, we are in 2 hours south of El Nido in the Philippines. We're staying in some very nice beach resort. It's very remote. The closest town is 1 hour away. And today is very windy. As I was saying, today is very windy. The first proper day we have in the Philippines, well, back in the Philippines. It's extremely windy, but it's very very beautiful around here. But yeah, like I said, we're about 2 hours south of El Nido. So I think tomorrow we're gonna head to El Nido. We stopped off at this little beach resort just because it's extremely remote. Like as I'm walking down the beach, all you can see, like all around us, is just hills with forests. Yeah, we're basically just completely enclosed. This whole like lagoon thing. We've got a pretty nice cold beverage. I've got a fly on my beverage as well. So yeah, we're just surrounded by all these forest covered islands and hills. It is a nice beach resort, but it's very remote, like I said before. So we're completely dependent on the actual resort, and the food is way too overpriced for what it actually is. But definitely worth spending like 1 or 2 nights here. Yeah, our beach resort is so remote. Like I said, the closest village is 1 hour away by van, and it doesn't even have electric most of the time. So there's like the main kind of little like restaurant area that people are charging their phones, tablets and laptops and stuff on. But yeah, basically no electric, no air conditioning. The showers basically don't work. But yeah, definitely worth like spending a few days here just because of how remote it is and how like beautiful the scenery is. Now it's called San Miguel Light on a very hot Filipino day on the beach. My friend keeps telling me how the Philippines is a vlogger's paradise, and I can certainly see how that's true. There has been some reports of box jellyfish all in like the seas around here, so kind of have to watch out for them when we go for a swim. But the water is very warm. By here, where we're actually heading in El Nido, it's like even nicer. The water's even bluer and even warmer, if that's possible. Find a wild Corona, that's not Corona. Find a wild San Miguel Light. I've got a lot of cuts on my feet from wearing my flip-flops and getting mosquito bites. And itching these mosquito bites is definitely my toxic trait, because I just cannot help but itch them, and that leads to getting loads of cuts on my feet, which hopefully the seawater will definitely will heal, I guess. So our journey started in the Philippines a few days ago. We landed in like some princess place. It's like halfway up this island that we're on, and then we stayed there for one night just because we were so tired to do the 6-hour van drive up to El Nido. And that van drive took about 7.5 hours, because in true Southeast Asian travel style, you know, the van driver is also a part-time postman and makes stops basically everywhere he possibly can. Then you get taken to these little affiliate like service stops with like restaurants and stuff along the way. But it really wasn't that bad once we actually got going. It went pretty quickly. But yeah, like I said, we stopped off here at this little resort for a few days. I'm not sure how long we're going to be here, but it is very beautiful, until we eventually hit El Nido, which the lagoons are supposed to be extremely tropical and extremely beautiful. The water that I've seen on like YouTube is extremely blue, so I really cannot wait to actually get there. But in the meantime, we're just enjoying this nice kind of very remote beach resort. And as you can see, I still haven't had a haircut or a shave, which I really need to. I just need to find a decent barber to actually do it. But like I keep saying, this whole place, I do really love how it's completely surrounded by tropical forests and jungle. It really is truly remote. This is probably the most remote beach resort like I've ever been to. To get to the closest village, it's an hour van drive away. When they picked us up from that junction last night, I was under the impression that it'd only be like a 10-minute journey, but it wasn't. The guy said it would take an hour to get from the junction where our other van driver dropped us off to where the van driver for our hotel will pick us up. And it took an hour to get from that junction to here, which was very surprising. I didn't realize how truly remote this actually was.
Not particularly skilled crab hunter, though.
You're definitely not. You can say that again.
Quite a lazy crab hunter.
Yep, I agree. It seems this entire rock here, this whole big boulder, is being held up by this tiny little pebble here. So if I was to move that pebble, this entire rock would just come crashing down.
That's what happened to paranoid about hitting the rock.
But yeah, we are camping on the beach, and when we go back to our resort over there, I will show you my accommodation. But last night was very windy, and I woke up this morning and my poor neighbor's tent had blown away in the night. It was that windy last night, so I'm not really sure what they did, and they still haven't put the tent back up. But yeah, I'll show you what our tent is actually like when I get back. It does look very nice. Okay, watch me climb to the top of this coconut tree.
Yeah, right.
To gather some coconuts.
Yeah, right.
Alright, well I did just climb to the top of the tree to harvest some coconuts. But Luke, the greedy bugger, actually opened it and drank it before I could even get my camera out. And so you blame him.
Sorry guys.
You better be sorry. Hey dog. You the man in the resort? Hello? Here is my tent. It's not the most glamorous tent in the world, but you know, it's got a pillow. It's a bit messy. It's got a pillow and a blanket. It's got this cool kind of cover thing to protect from the rain, and that was definitely very handy last night. It's currently like 6 o'clock in the morning, but we have to be up early to leave today because we're gonna head north. But the cool thing about this tent is you wake up in the morning, come out, step outside here, and there's the sea. It's a very, very nice view, and the beach is over there, and the beach runs along this coastline. It's very nice to see early in the morning, well, as soon as you wake up. And that was my alarm just going off now. Nope. 6 o'clock in the morning. The other night it was very, very, very windy, and I woke up, I looked outside my tent. Wait, let me get my torch out again. I looked outside of my tent here, and this tent is completely blown away. Look. Yeah, you see, this tent is completely blown away. But the thing is, it's been very windy over the last couple of days, and there's a coconut tree here, like directly above my tent, dropping coconuts. You see that coconut on the floor? And there's a few more of them. And even though my tent does have this protective shelter thing, this protective shelter thing is only made up of like this stuff. So I really doubt this will protect from a falling coconut of that height. But thankfully that didn't happen. The one kind of annoying thing about this tent is it's kind of you have to be very nimble to get in and out. It's not the most easy thing to get in and out of, but I think this view in the morning is probably definitely worth it. And this is Luke's tent.
Hello.
Hello.
Just tidying my file stuff.
Nice, very nice. At least you're awake. Oh, the view is very nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, it's not the most glamorous tent in the world. And I've definitely stayed in fancier accommodation in the past, but what the other accommodation doesn't have is, you know, you wake up in the morning and you are directly on the beach. So that definitely makes it worth it, sleeping on the beach. And then you can hear the sea in the morning and fall asleep to the sound of the wave. It was very relaxing. So like, this is the beach in the morning, coming out and walking on the beach when you just wake up. But I'm not going to pretend that I actually did this, because I haven't woken up earlier than 12 o'clock. But this would be a cool thing to do if you did actually wake up early in the morning to watch the sun rise. Interesting van. Look, lightly. interesting van on a rather steep hill. A pretty cool little interesting village. Yeah, this is why we need to get motorbikes, so like come and see all this stuff. This would be sick. Dog. Hello. The dog's not too friendly. I'm feeling very talkative. We've been on this little van for like an hour now. It's like the shuttle that goes between these little villages to pick up the locals and a few tourists. I'm not sure how long we've got left now. Probably still quite a while. But we're currently stopped off in this little village thing. Pretty cool. Absolutely knackered though from waking up so early. Oh, come back. Don't want to speak to me. Not feeling very talkative. Wait. Sure, that dog is friendly to her. I'm on 2% battery now, so I really need to conserve my battery. I would love to record more of this journey because we go past some really interesting scenes in villages, but I've got like 2%, so I need to save it. I've got 1% left. Go on, come over here. Pretty nice looking cheesy hot dog and a cheeseburger with an iced tea from this little restaurant thing here.
Wait lang. Sir, you can sit here. Sa inyo na lang itong syringe. Okay, bro. Kapagod na ako mag-hormones.
Yeah, we're traveling together, yeah.
Traveling na.
Yeah, it's good to know, I like it.
Yeah, that's right. But the cold one.
Oh, well, that is cold.
Magano?
Well, we both just got a haircut. Mine was definitely much needed. My last haircut was actually in the Philippines, like 2.5 months ago now. So I went back to Bangkok for 2 months and then to Vietnam without getting a single haircut. So that's definitely much needed. The staff were definitely very interesting and very friendly. But yeah, for 200 PHP, which is just under 3 Great British pounds, we got a haircut, and the lady washed my hair as well. So yeah, definitely worth the money, and I probably will go back before we leave. But now we're on this very, very nice beach, and the sun should start setting soon, so kind of looks a bit grey and overcast, but it was very like ripping hot before, and the sun was shining down. My hair is still a bit wet from when the lady washed it. It really did need a wash, because when I went in there, like I said, it was like ripping hot and the sun was like proper beaming down. So my hair was like proper sweaty and my face was proper greasy just from how sunny and hot it was. But yeah, she washed it and cut it very nicely for just under £3, 200 PHP. Let's have a little look at Luke's hat. Give us a whirl. So Luke does actually have to go back. He has to go back tomorrow so they can finish it off.
Classic joke.
I love just how fragmented the Philippines is. Like the Philippines is just broken into like thousands of different little islands. And as I was on the plane flying here, we were flying over loads of just completely untouched little tropical islands that I'd really love to like visit. But standing here, you can just see like a whole bunch of tiny little islands. That'd be like extremely cool to go visit. But you need a boat for that. Now you can obviously get tours, like no matter where you're walking this El Nido place, there'll be someone trying to sell you a tour. But I really hate going on tours because I just hate being, you know, put in with all the other tourists. But obviously it's very hard to just rent a boat, and me and Luke just knocking about the ocean on a little boat after a few beers probably isn't the smartest thing in the world, because that's not going to end well. So maybe we will just have to get like a bunch of different tours to go see all these islands. But the stuff on like the landmass we can go see ourselves. We could rent the motorbikes. Now we have a hotel, and we've just found a better hotel to stay in, which rent bikes, so that'll be super easy. So now we can go and explore all those different little villages that I was like showing you previously. that we went through on the way here in the little bus thing.